Hi, this is Stacia, and I wanted to share one of my favorite tactics puzzles with you. This particular puzzle is from the book Chess Tactics from Scratch. It's on page 89. Gotta open it. And this position comes from a game between Unzicker and Pesh, played in Solingen in 1964. All right, so the puzzle is white to move and win. So if you'd like to pause your video, please go ahead and do so, and then I'll provide the answer, followed by an explanation of how to reach the solution as well. Okay, and hopefully you came up with the move knight b6 check to start. And then what happens is king d6, e5 check. So we're bullying this king. The only move is to take. Now we will check him. The king is forced back. We'll check him again. King is forced back. And now we're ready to fork the king and bishop with this exchange. And then, okay, knight c5 check wins the bishop. So if the king were, say, to move here now, we win a piece. All right, and so that's sort of I know when I first saw the solution, I was kind of baffled by it. So I want to go through it now for those of you who might have not understood the problem. Okay, so when we first analyze this position, it's always good to look at your undefended pieces, right? So you might notice that this bishop here is undefended, this bishop here is undefended, and this knight, I would say, is sort of in danger because it's only defended by the king, and we do have an x-ray on it with the bishop. Another thing about this position that you'd probably want to notice is that white has the two bishops, so a lot of times the king or pieces can get harassed, although black has the two bishops too, so we have to be mindful of our own king, although I don't see any way for black to immediately harass our king. All right, so with that in mind, Martin Wetschnick describes something called a tactical base. And in this case, if you can imagine that we take the knight and that the king recaptures it on the square, then it would be very lovely to have our knight on the c5 square. So this is, as you saw, what occurs in the position. But right away we could see that c5 is a tactical base. So once we're aware of this dream square for our knight, the next thing you might want to look at is what journey needs to happen in order to get there. And you might be able to take a look at this journey. And this does seem possible right off the bat because we know that knight b6 check, is a check. We're going to get this move in with tempo, and then we only have two jumps left to make. Okay, so knight b6 check. What's interesting about this move is that since the king is defending the knight, he must play king d6 here in order to continue to defend the knight. If he were to move away, we would just simply win the knight right away. So you don't want to do that. So king d6 is the move. And okay, in this position, it's tempting to play this move, bishop b8 check. But there is a problem with it that hopefully you saw, and that's the fact that we just undefended our knight on the b file. So black does have this move, and black is just fine after this. Now if we're to take the knight, he actually has this move, and we've simply exchanged pieces. So that would be a huge blunder to play the bishop check. Instead, it's important to find the move e5 check. And this is a pawn sacrifice, which makes it interesting. But what I like about this move is that our bishop continues to defend the knight. So king c6 does not work here. We'd simply win a piece. And where else is the black king supposed to go? He has to maintain defense of the knight. And our knight is doing a great job defending the other squares. So black has no choice but to take here. And once he does, suddenly it becomes obvious that the black king is running out of squares. So now, after e5 check, this bishop move does in fact work because there is no king c6. And okay, so with all these squares taken away, our king's defending here, our pawn's defending this square. The knight and bishop have taken away the entire d file. So black has no choice. This is completely forced. And now you can see that our dream square is about to become a reality because we have this check. So we get knight d7 in with tempo. The king must move. And now it's pretty simple from here, right? Because our tactical base is about to become a reality. So it is time to take the knight. The king recaptures. And now knight c5 check. The dream has been realized. So satisfying. And then, of course, we win the piece. So I hope you enjoy this puzzle as much as I did. I really think it's cool that we can execute this fairly long knight journey with tempo. And I love the fact that there's a pawn sacrifice in the position and that we use our bishop as well and control all the squares around the king. I just think it's a beautiful puzzle. There's so many beautiful things like this in chess. And I hope you learned something from this. So thank you for watching and have a great day.